evening, everybody. Welcome to our show. This is a quick show, no intro, because, well, for one, the intro got lost somewhere in the shuffle. I'm not sure what happened to it. Yeah, the intro said bye-bye. Sarah did some things on here, and I just never found the intro again. I'd have to go back to my OneDrive to get it. And I don't want to activate the OneDrive, so yeah. Suffice to say, we're out of that. But we do have an intro we can draw from, you know. I could draw from an old movie, like an older version, like last week. Jack Turkey. Okay, so I'm David Sponheim, and for some reason, this is as good as it gets, camera-wise. I'm not going to mess with the settings, so... Hey, welcome everybody. Okay, we're going to start with the fish farfalle today. Now, farfalle is a bow tie pasta, which is kind of nice. So you can look at the bow tie there. Yeah, it's kind of a cool thing when you eat it. Now I'm going to start with about a pound of fish here. I have a little extra than a pound, but you can start with a pound. But yeah, and I picked that up for $4. It's pollock. Yeah, everyone hears me okay. Let's get the water going at level 3 over here. Actually, I'm going to get it to level 6. I've got water in there already. And I'm going to wipe this thing down. What I like about a glass top, it really is easy to clean up. Yeah, okay. So, swab the decks. Now I decided to do a fish-based dinner with vegetables today, so I'm going to use a green pepper that cost $1. And the farfalle cost $1. I get the non-GMO farfalle, and yeah, big green pepper. That's going to be great. Hope you're enjoying that. I pick up these vegetables on discount. I get them a big thing full for $1.99. Whenever they're cut up like that, they discount them. So I'm going to put those in the pan with onions. I'm going to cut the bottoms off a little bit so there's no dark spot on it. There you go. And make sure there's no tags on your vegetables. You know, these little tags. Okay. Yeah, we're doing a broadcast on Vimeo, also on Twitch. So if you guys are watching us, welcome to the show. You haven't been able to watch the cooking show in a long time, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that on level 3. There we go, level 3. On the rear, I'm going to cover it up. I'm going to prep my onion. You know, I make cooking really easy, and that's the beautiful thing about this wonderful show, David's Kitchen. And if you don't watch the knife at all times, it won't be easy. You'll be in the bathroom with blood coming off your, your finger. I learned the hard way when I was a kid. I took my eyes off the knife one time when I was prepping a salad, and made the mistake of cutting myself, and it hurt, you know. And one time I cut myself, and that was it. That was it for me. So I've always watched the knife. You don't want to ever take your eyes off that knife. That's the mistake. If you do, your mind kind of, blinks out, and you're like, well, yeah, you mute the Vaughn video. That's a good idea. But, having been open to the idea of doing a show every night and also fitting the cooking show in, I should give you some, commentary on that. Because most people don't do this kind of thing. They find it very hard to do this kind of thing. No audio? Muted? Can you hear me now? Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, thank you. Do you have audio now? It does seem a little low, doesn't it? Yeah. No sound at all. Huh. Okay, let's go check. I'll troubleshoot that. Okay, I think we corrected the problem. Testing 1, 2, 3. I think we're good. Yes, thank you. I had not unmuted my browser, so thanks for spotting that over at that network. Now, the kitchen is very much a super functional kitchen. You want things to look at though, like my beautiful plants in the background. And of course my view of the Olympic Mountains during the day. I'm getting a boil over here in the water, and it smells like fish because I put fish water in it. Now if you put the fish water from your fish in the boil, it adds to the dimension of the farfalle. Okay, you got a little boil going, that's good. Today I'm going to add a half a box of farfalle. Whoopsie. Yeah, I'm going for a light, carbo dish. Kind of like last week. I don't really want to get too big into carbos. Yeah, it can be a problem. It smells good. I love the smell of boiling fish water. So I'm going to give that a little stir. Okay, that's just enough water to cover it and let it boil slowly. I'm going to turn the flame down to low, like a level low, just to kind of let it sit. Actually, I'm going to keep it at level 3. Get a little light boil for about 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, now going here, I'm going to get the hot pan and give it a squirt of extra virgin olive oil. There we go. Got some extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons on there. Okay, get the temperature up a little hotter. I'm going to slice my onions. Yeah, so normally you'd want to cook the fish in a way that would make it taste good. So garlic is the #1 ingredient. I'm going to throw some garlic down with that. I'm also going to put some dill weed on that directly and dust it with garlic powder. Now you don't have to put an egg coating or anything on the fish because it's going to be cooked into a white sauce today. The white sauce I picked up was an Alfredo sauce, organic. I bought for $1.50, so that's going to be expensive. Right, so I think I'm up to about $7, so I'm going to have to make an adjustment. Okay, we'll get the sizzle factor going there in just a second. Yeah, $6 just isn't going to cut it for this meal, so. We'll go to 7. Okay. Yeah, so if you're really into pasta, sure, make more pasta. But as you know, we've got a lot of people who are really upset about their waistline and they don't want to add to it. So okay, let's go ahead and put the onions on there. I don't think it's going to sizzle, but no, that's okay. All right. So the fish I pulled out of the freezer, it was a good deal I bought a long time ago. It's like $2.99 a pound. So I said that's about a pound and a half. So, but I want to cook it all up, and it's going to be kind of tough because this is a kind of a pollock. It's a tough fish. Ling cod is a little bit lighter. Ling cod. And this kind of fish you don't really care about. It's grown in the Alaskan waters. Yes. Let's put some dillweed on there. Nobody cared about this fish enough to really care enough to cook it fresh, so I put it in the freezer. You know, I think I'm going to do a little Patty LaBelle today. Miss Patty has such great seasoning, you know. Her no salt seasoning, I love this blend that she uses. It has all the good ingredients that everybody loves. All right, so this is I'm going to chop some garlic in on that, but go ahead and put that right on the onions. Just set it right on there like this. There you go. Cover it up. And you know what I do? I put a little water on the plate. Just gonna put a little water on the plate and put it right on top of it. I'm gonna steam fry this. There we go. Pepper is a good thing to add to a fish. I can dust it with some pepper. There we go. A little pepper. Pepper's good. Okay, take that temperature up to level 6. Let's get that cooking. I'm going to cook it in a bed of onions, and I'm going to break some green pepper on top and some vegetables. So let's go ahead and pull the green pepper apart. Whoa! We got blowout in our farfalle. There we go. Slow simmer. Cut the head off, pull the center core out, throw that in the compost heap. Trim your sides. And pull the bundle of seeds out and plant that in the garden, especially if it's March, but it's a little early to plant it right now. If you're planning a summer harvest. Now, many of you are going to be planning on a summer harvest of sorts, you know. You should consider sprouting broccoli seeds. Broccoli seeds make the best sprouts. They're really nutritious, and you can eat out of that. If you want, you can eat fairly quickly out of that, like within 4 or 5 days. So if you want to go buy seeds, get broccoli seeds. That's my recommendation. Highly recommend a broccoli seed mix. And then alfalfa sprouts work too. You know, if you want to grow something quickly for nutrition, though, broccoli's 1,000 times more nutritious. Broccoli sprouts are 1,000 times more nutritious than any other sprout. And broccoli is turning out to be a really good vegetable for people because it does help your body build that valuable thing that it needs to fight toxins, a thing called glutathione. And broccoli and cauliflower are both very good for that purpose. So I'm just going to take these wedges and kind of toss them in there with everything else. Okay. I'm putting everything on top of the fish. Then I'm going to add some garlic to the top of it. Okay, so just take a big bundle of the peppers, smother the fish with the peppers, and cover it right up. Now, hopefully those fish don't have bones in them. They look like they were filleted perfectly, so. All right. Okay, farfalle's looking good. This is going to be a very fishy dinner. All right, I also recommend green peas if you want to, you know, add to the dimension of your dinner. If you don't have broccoli, you can always use canned green peas. That would actually be okay. Put this in the compost heap. All right. Well, as I was saying earlier, the hardest thing about doing a cooking show is doing it with different laptops and things. And it made it even more difficult because I can't even upload on one computer now to one of my shows. So I have to go through an Ethernet just to upload it. So we're bouncing our show off of 2 different venues just to give you the full show. Okay, keep that at level 6, let it cook. I'm gonna prep some garlic. Got some garlic ready to grow here, ready to sprout, look at that. Okay. It wants to grow. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out of there. And maybe preserve a couple, if they're ready to sprout, maybe a couple of them could be just put in the ground. Yeah, that's ready to sprout. That's ready to sprout, look at that. Yep. Got a couple of them ready to sprout. The ones that aren't sprouting, I'm gonna cook. And the other ones can go in the ground. They're ready to go, yeah, they're ready to plant. Awesome, good time to plant garlic. Okay, just give the farfalle a little spin there. Just give it a little stirry worry. Because that's going to go right into your white sauce that you're going to put in together. Yeah, we're really cooking this quickly. Fish, by the way, takes very little time to cook. So what we're really trying to do is get those vegetables cooked. I wear a size 39 actually, jive turkey. Yeah. I'm unfortunately can't find 39 size waists. They're down to 38. So I'm waiting till I get to a 38 and I'm going to go down to Walmart and I'm going to buy a brand new pair of pants, Levi's or Wranglers or something. Yeah, I'm going to splurge. I priced them out at $14.99 and I think I can afford that. Because I just don't like wearing jeans off of some bag person at the thrift store. You know, it just kind of freaks me out having the whole. Although the pants that I am wearing, of course, everything I have came mostly from thrift stores. Does that shock you? I have a $3,000 wardrobe I purchased for $30. So my Pierre Balmain. The suit cost me 50 cents. That's the big expensive item. That's like worth $1,000. 50 cents. I said, are you sure it's 50 cents? Yes, sir. We're trying to get rid of all the suits. Okay, I'll take it. 50 cents. And it's priced at $1,000. Like, wow. That's really a big, And then, of course, all the things I purchased for, actually, I think it's more than $30. It's like $100 of the clothes if you add the wool jacket that I bought for $39 at Macy's on sale, I just can't see buying new clothes because the polyester factor. There's so much polyester out there now. It's just ridiculous. If you really want fine wool pants or something, you have to go to a thrift store. Okay, so I'm going to put mini garlic in here because that's the best thing about this is the garlic taste you're going to say. It's going to come to your senses as soon as you get it. You'll smell the aroma. And you can put it toward the end of the cooking cycle because garlic is not something you want to cook too long because the valuable ingredient in it can disappear rather rapidly if you cook it. So. Okay, so we're just going to give that a little chop. Let me get the camera down for you. There you go. Chop, chop. Just kind of mince it around with the knife. I use one point on the knife. I leverage the knife like that. Oh, you can't even see that. Hang on. when I cut, I use like that. I use the end point as a lever, kind of like Archimedes. Okay. Arca-who? Let's go here and throw this in the top of this container here. Maintaining its purity. Ah, yes. The steam fry. Yeah, I'm going to plant those guys. Those are going in the garden. Yay! And anytime you have a plastic bag that looks fairly good and smells good, use it again. Okay, the farfalle is done. I'm going to go ahead and just cover it up and let it sit in its own water. Like that. Turn it off. Meanwhile, this is cooking like crazy. And I'm almost ready to put the Parmesan sauce in. The Alfredo sauce. So I get these organic Alfredo sauces that are all organic. It's just phenomenal. And I always check Kroger because you never know what prices can go down. They move a lot of their stock. And I go to the organic section at Kroger, and like yesterday, a couple days ago, I bought these. These things are organic ketchups made with organic California tomatoes, no added sugar, no fructose corn syrup. I got it for $1.79. I mean, that's really good for tomato sauce. So I bought 4 of them. Yeah. All right. Yeah, just to stock up. But you never know when you shop. If you do look for the organic, you'd be surprised. Some of them are just like amazingly good deals, and you're getting better quality food because there's no pesticides or herbicides grown in the food. And I know people say, hey, you know, you don't know how clean that is too, man, you know. Well, you know, aerial drift and all that, you never know anything, really. I mean, you never know what's blowing over your plants when they're cooking. But always look for the better quality. You're better off. So go ahead and throw that on there. Look at that. That's amazing. You know, I'm going to take some of the water from there. And I'm going to put a little bit of that in the farfalle. Now, I'm the only person that ever does this. It's using the roux of your previous meal as a flavoring agent. And then I'm going to go back on here and I'm going to break up the fish and move all the vegetables around. There we go. Break up the fish with a spatula. It's really easy to break this fish up. It becomes more tender as you cook it too. Make sure everything's nesting together. I'm going to add a little bit more garlic, and I have this special no salted garlic and parsley I'm putting in there. And I am going to put a little bit more dillweed in there. So I get these organic dillweeds at Walmart for an unbelievably low price of $2.35. It's amazing. I was looking all around for this stuff and Walmart sells it. And it's the O brand, you know, which I love. Okay, so we're going to pour that white sauce all over it like that. See? Keep it at level 3 now. Drop it to level 3. Cover it up. Then take some of your water from your farfalle and go in there with it like that. I'm maximizing my ingredients here. I'm spreading them out. Does that excite you? Okay. And then I'm going to do this again. There you go. And give it another shake. Get every bit of that in there. All right, that's good enough. All right. Now, I'm going to zip over here and drain the water out of the farfalle. And then keep enough of it in there to keep it nice and moist. All right. Yeah, then I'm going to just rinse the jar out and prepare it for the final resting place. The glass recycler. Now, unfortunately, this is not recyclable, this plastic, but the glass is. So, yeah, there's not a lot you can do with these plastic containers. Okay, so we're almost done. Isn't that great? How easy can dinner be? It's a fish farfalle. I made it so you can barely read it, so you actually have to look at it 4 times to see it. Yeah, fish farfalle. Thank you, Mariana. And be sure to always not wipe your hands with a dirty rag when cooking. Yeah, don't do as I say, do as I do. No, don't do as I do as I say. I see you're looking at my incredibly powerful center section here. I should do more twists, you know? Twist, shot, shoot. I should. I've really missed my swim today, unfortunately. Yeah, I had some workers over and we're doing some work outside, and yeah, I missed the swim spa. I had to say, is it going to be the cooking show or the swim spa? I better do the cooking show. Yeah, we had a lot of stuff going on. All right. I'm wondering if I should put a swimming pool in. I don't know. What do you think? If I was in California, I would love a swimming pool. I found a property down there in Las Vegas for $145,000, including a swimming pool. It's pretty good. Okay, so take the entire dish of farfalle, like this. See that? And put it right on top of the entire thing, like this. See how I'm doing this? Like that. Now, that was a half of a box. It was only like 50 cents worth of pasta there. But I love these bow ties. Okay. I'm gonna rinse that out real quick. Just to clean it right away, that way the starch doesn't become ingrained and stuck forever. I only cook with stainless steel, so I don't recommend anything else. Okay, we're going to take a nice little stainless steel scooper and rotate the dish like that. And turn it down to a low. Oh man, that smells so good just as it is. Look at that. Everything's just nesting perfectly, and the fish, it really gels with this particular bow tie pasta. I love it. Now I would consider, and the vegetables don't have to be too done. They're al dente. I'm going to let it sit there and simmer for a while, and I'm going to top it off with a little bit of Parmesan cheese and a little pepper. I guess you didn't see me turning it. I wasn't quite on the picture, but yeah, rotate it around. Bring the vegetables to the top. But you have nice big chunks of pollock in there that nest very well, and this dish does sit well. It has like a longevity factor. So I'm going to take some Casaro Parmesan grated and just kind of dust the top of it. set really well, and the taste will be extraordinary. So just cover it up. There's more than enough salt in that particular Alfredo sauce. Now you can buy average Alfredo sauce at the market for $1.50, $1.67 actually. I priced it out. You don't have to cook with special ingredients here. Okay, so that wraps up the cooking show. This is about an amazing prep. I mean, you could easily feed 4 people with this, and they'll love it. Now, again, you can use peas, no problem. Peas are perfectly fine in this dish, and if you want to add peas later, after a day or two, dresses it up. It's really fantastic. All right, thanks for coming in. I'll be back in just a while in the other room. Give me about 3 minutes to start uploading, and I'll be in there shortly, and that's going to be running anyway, so I'm going to go buzz in there. My God, that was crazy. Okay. Signing off. We'll have this next one will be more of a fish theme, I think. We'll have this next one will be more of a fish theme, I think. Oh, right, a fish theme. Okay. That was last week. Getting into it, everybody. Take care, everybody. Good night. Okay, I'm going to go back to... See you later.